Hi everyone, welcome back to the Thrones World Cup. So we have another decisive game to be played in a few minutes in the top 8 stage. So this is the situation: Norway, Catalonia and China eyes are through, so we're waiting for the last one. It's going to be between USA and Greece. 4-4 after the regular stage of the round, I guess. And they will now both choose their best deck or whatever deck they want, and one of the players to play a champions game. And we don't know what the choice is at this point, so it could be anyone playing, but realistically, so Greece first, let's say. So Buki is their best player in this tournament so far. Also, Francis and Imrik have been playing a lot. The other two play less. But what is the deck? So Buki has played two different decks. He's been playing Lannister and Tyrell and doing really well with both of them. And Francis played Greyjoy and Stark. I don't know which is more successful. Also about the same. So
I just guess probably Stark.
Okay. And yeah, USA has one obvious option. Tom Mackenzie is undefeated. He's played Lannister 7 times and won all of his games. So, but
Yeah,
then that could be obvious, right? That could be one to counter then, and then you might start thinking, what do I do that it's not so predictable?
but it might be hard to counter specifically. I mean, you have this kind of controlly slow grind decks that Bookerman plays that were doing well for Greece, and they're not necessarily good against um, crossing, right? I mean, they can get rushed realistically very much so if you don't get the right cards early with the grindy decks. At least that's how I see it. Although maybe the wolf deck plays Carhol.
I honestly don't know.
Is Carhol the no?
I don't think
Right?
it is.
No,
No,
it's not.
no, it's not that.
But then I don't know what else. Stark Crossing, the way Francis plays it, can certainly be um,
Yes, what's the one?
I don't know. It could be good. Could work, but actually we do have the answer if we want to join the game.
We will join in a second. I was just going to speculate before I see spoilers that also Stark Fealty looks like it's doing solidly for USA. And then my third choice would have been maybe Bara Salt. I mean, it has two defeats, but it's been doing alright. So let's jump into the game and see who is playing. Okay, so it is Buki like I speculated yesterday with Tyrell Wolf. And it is actually Derek playing Stark Fealty. So either they I could be that Tom didn't want to play. I don't know, but more realistically, probably they decided that they didn't want to get hard countered and they went for second best. That maybe doesn't have a hard counter, honestly, Starkville. So,
Yeah, also
and look at this last hit
it's a
scouts.
shadow deck, and Stark has answers for shadows. Has this, and of course has barring the gates in the deck as well. And I would assume Jason Malister. Let's see.
Can you get rid of last hit scouts?
Doesn't have any Jason Malister. At least I can see him. I think that's not the call I would make. I really like Jason Malister. Put him in every deck.
Well, their book is resets.
What are the resets?
Yeah, can he get rid of last hit scouts?
For book is just everything.
Everything. Okay, so yes is the answer. Fine.
Has Mercurius the highest and first no.
But no much to the one.
No, absolutely.
Well, okay, the Harris in the first one don't have. So Mongolis, and he can't be saved because it's non-unique. So I mean, is there Jory? Can Jory save non-uniques?
No. I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think Jory's in the deck, so you can forget about it.
Should be Jory in the winter deck. One Jory, no?
This can't imagine that it has space for two. No, no joy.
Okay.
I would do 3 Jason Barristers before 1 Joy.
Mhm.
No, I mean, it's not the worst.
Okay, so Book is just resting around, marshalling stuff in shadows. Is going to play without a board unless he has something that comes in for free, but has to also get around less hit scouts. So free go for Stark to get some power. Frozen goes on Starry Sept. Was either that or Alton.
It doesn't have the retinues, so maybe not something that can come in.
Okay. Two challenges could technically do all three. And there is power to steal now because he triggered Old Town. I mean, that's usually not a good idea, but if you start really badly, then you might just have to. I'm sure Diplomat potentially was a decent card. So starts 2 near here, so just doing the one challenge.
And if you're not gonna do, if you're not gonna do power, you can just collect
But why not do power? Maybe he wants to keep the power on the faction card to take next time. Winter Festival also will hit, and Copper's looking for more stuff. Has the Arbor and Redvine Straits and Gates of the Moon, so how much does he collect here on the Copper's turn? 9 gold, right? Yeah. Fun, but needs to start playing.
Well, it's not super rushy.
And the second Frozen Solid, okay.
Yeah.
That could be good for Derek here.
Also, I don't know, is there any way for Buchanan to get rid of these frozen solids and stuff? I don't.
Lay Waste.
There's no lay waste in the deck.
No Mad King's Command either, political
No,
disasters.
no.
Yeah, so probably they're staying.
Yeah, because those two are quite key locations in terms of bargain, and there's fasted now, so that's.
Yeah, now we have to reset, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you will not expect reset next round, so you can play your Winter Festival again.
Throwing more stuff in shadows.
It's not looking so good for Griff at the moment. Also no nightmares for Last Head Scout.
Is there one lesser Scott in the deck?
Two.
Two, so one will be Morgulist and then still Marshall another one. Okay, so kill the sparrows or what? Hmm.
What's the 4 gold for? There's a Wall of Roses one copy in the deck that can be played. You can play Varys. There is a Varys to kill. something with power on it. And of course, Shrewd Diplomat still works.
An interesting situation that two copies of Frozen Solid in the deck, you don't see that as much these days in this kind of deck.
There's three
And
in the deck.
against Tyrell, also sometimes it's okay, key locations are Arbor and Red Wine Straits, and then they play Political Disaster or something. But here it just happens to be two relatively key locations now that could have gained power for a bookie, and now they're not. So
Yeah, I mean,
nice draw.
you have to, I think against these decks, you have to somehow handle all counters to make just like that extra power every round and the draw and everything. I mean, that's the main one.
Ooh, risking defeat on this power challenge even. Do we have Guile? Of course we do. And no Winterfell either. Ah, Mira. Okay, but that forces Mira out.
Okay.
Ahead of what we think might be Morgulis, right?
Yeah.
And still Sparrows escapes. Okay. Well, up to 7 power. Play another Winter Festival and it's all on the faction card. Wolf Plot is in there, right?
Not sure. To be fair, yeah, it is. In fact, it's still good that the guy is gone.
Yeah, of course it's good, yeah.
There's only two, and that's so obnoxious, but that's it.
Yeah, I mean, would defend power as well. The particular challenge.
What is there for anti-reset options? Nothing really except the Harris.
Just accepted it.
Yeah, makes sense.
And Northern Armor is still standing, didn't waste it on like to maximize some renown. 13 gold on Morgulis turn. That does not seem fair.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Okay, I have to be a little bit careful because this guy can just do some weird Ramsey.
Also, this guy can assault Northern Armory or even Winterfell.
Yeah.
Not sure how to go with Winterfell, but I might just try to assault Northern Armory.
Okay, Mira's back into shadows. How about some power icons? We know Alysane is in hand.
Yeah, but there's first snow, so I don't know, maybe I don't want to get too exposed.
First now returns Summer. Triggers again. So it's Dicey and Summer here. 0 claims, so probably not really threatening anymore. I assume the Tyrell deck does have Ramses. It's going to try to get rid of. Ooh, it blanks Winterfell. Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know, do you care that much?
You could play
Because there is no
Mira
claim, right?
to blank it if you really want. There's no claim, there's no threat of any poison coin on this particular character. Can you raise claim? Don't think so.
No, I don't know what the issue would be. You decide to go.
Yeah, and if you leave it unopposed, there's power to steal back defense fully. Take Dice's renown on defense. And Winterfell still standing. I mean, if Winterfell Niels will still then get strength boost back.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Think
So
might force Mira out.
Mira
Although
has.
if you have another one, that's just killing Mira then.
I think Mira has to blank this now. How about to interfere here? No, doesn't care.
Does it matter?
I don't know if there's poison coin in the deck.
If you want to do it on a power challenge, increase the style.
Well, there's power to steal now if this is unopposed with renown. Can't do Bastard's Boys now because of Winterfell. C11, there's Winter Festival. Star could close quite quickly.
Is there another bolt of fire coming in?
Carlos comes in to not just lose too quickly and actually. We'll oppose this anyway. And in dominance.
Yeah, but that's not exactly what. Oh, and that's not great card to lose against this deck.
I don't know if this was gonna trigger. Next round from 12, you just Winterfell on the challenge, the dice is gonna win and close potentially. First now returns everyone. Mira goes to shadows and dice is dice and okay you get the ambush back, but it's not the thing that will save you, so he has to play the econ and now start really playing and defending everything that exists. And he has stealth on the power challenge and the cancel. And another blank, so I think Star could close. Without those two frozen solids though, there would be some power on the Star Recept. Old Town would draw. Those are quite good to get, but then okay, could have also got a dupe for Edet and then have to work real hard to remove him. Mm-hmm. Carhold. So does that stop? Actually, it probably doesn't stop much. After an armory on the other side, that's frozen solid. Yeah. Okay, so.
I mean, honestly, if it stops this, like that is one of the biggest win conditions to get the Knight of Flowers doing challenges back, I think.
First priority is just to survive, so stuff will need to come out of shadows after stealth to oppose.
Frozen Solid on Nerve and Armory.
This guy might be claimed now. Unless you can kill Alice Sane, but in a pinch Mira's always going to blank it. At the moment she can afford to blank Knight of Flowers and be fine with that. Okay, Sparrows is claimed. So now Alice Sane potentially is the character that dies, or Mira if she comes out, but if she comes out then it's either on a winning round basically where you get to 15 or blanking this guy. No intrigue icons at the moment, so I think she will come out to force something else to come out and stop the win. At the moment, it's 14 power with this. Ooh, doesn't bring me out to do intrigue. That surprises me. Could have blanked the bolt on flare. There's also still Gravin, by the way. Can take Summer back. Resurrect spell and scout. Not amazing, but something. And there's the icon to support that if there's nothing better in hand. Ooh, that's gonna be unopposed. So now Graven might have to do something. Yeah, or we could Graven this or Rick, the Rick trigger. Yeah.
I'm sure it's better to then Graven this.
Yeah, it's better to Graven this. And Summer goes.
But then you are losing a miracle change? No. Fair enough, I guess.
Well, quite a board now that Buki has also got. What's the first snow situation? Well, with Mira there, she kind of ruins everything. At least Summer into bodies doesn't work. Ooh, we go barring, so now Mira's not coming out. And Buki will have to play out whatever he top decks. There it goes first with Stealth and Renown.
Yeah, if you don't have something to answer the power charge with Renown, that is lower, but no.
I think that should be good enough. It's top decked pretty well here.
I would be shocked if this can be stopped now.
There we go. Now I'll go in the challenge and that's it. Can you even interfere it?
Yep. Okay. Just over.
In the end, Graven kind of ruins some plans, like always, although couldn't steal the
I
icing anyway.
think you could survive even Graven triggering that.
Okay, we have the 3 cost event that gives +10. No, can't play it anyway because Caitlin's here. Well, so honestly, pretty easy win for Stark, although could have gone differently. I mean, a lot of board came out from nothing from Buki, but it's too far behind, and
yeah, I think
Morgulis already spent.
Starting with last red spells and 2 frozen solids for the kill occasions.
Now, if you survive, you can do Harris, right? And okay.
Yeah, but I don't know.
It's Daisy and whatever, Rob or Daisy, Caitlyn, and nothing. Daisy, Alison, and she better survive, and you can have more of a game. But yeah, and Mira, of course, Mira being there from the start to stop the tricks.
Oh yeah, I had this thing.
Yeah, which works on the barring turn to be fair, but too many denial effects here for Stark.
Yeah, I think they picked a good deck for the matchup at least.
Not bad, not bad.
Crossing can get outraged, but it has less answers than Stark Fealty. So I think at least. I assume. I imagine.
Yeah.
Didn't look that close at the deck, but USA takes it, which is maybe how it was meant to be all along. To be fair, no, nothing against this. But,
No,
the game against the
yeah,
USA.
realistically, they did
Realistically,
win
yes.
5-3 in the regular stage. They did win that one game that couldn't be completed. It was so, it was like science fiction borderline.
There was
Yeah, it was
a
theoretically possible. Yeah,
theoretical possibility, but
not
so
realistic. Yeah,
theoretical.
yeah. So, guess a bit of justice done in that respect, but doesn't get any easier now because
No.
USA is up against, in my opinion, tournament favorites Catalonia, and my dream final Catalonia versus China still alive, but USA Norway would not be bad entertainment either. So could be interesting. We'll be getting player pairings and stuff shortly. So and we'll see what we can stream next week.
Yeah, good luck to the team still playing.
Yes, and thank you all for joining us again, and have a good night.
Bye bye.